You are listening to Cullman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Cullman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
Hey, Cullman County, it's Friday night. You know what that means. High school football. Cullman County's Game of the Week on the Cullman County Sports Network, powered by Cullman's Live 95. The following is an exclusive presentation of the Cullman County Sports Network, powered by Cullman Community Radio. Cullman's Live 95. Friday nights in Good Hope aren't just about football. They're about home, a community coming together under the lights, red and white, filling the stands. Generations of Raiders standing shoulder to shoulder. This is where kids grow up, dreaming about wearing feathers on their helmet, where families become fans, fans become family, and the community comes together for something bigger than a game. He's looking to throw the ball. He's going to throw it to Parker. There he goes. Parker down the sideline. He's going to get into West Morgan territory to the 26-yard line. That was a great play call. These are the moments they remember. Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback run all the way. Pocket play. There he goes. Touchdown, Raiders. Parker Johnson finds the end zone. The big plays. The big hits. The fourth quarter stops. And there's only one way these stories should be told. By someone who knows what it means to be a Raider. Someone who's walked these halls, who's worn these colors, and who understands that in Good Hope, this is more than football. Gotta do it one more time. Plainview Cannon takes the snap. Knee, we're moving on. Good Hope Raiders, zeros on the clock. They're gonna move on to play another week. If you're here for miracles, you found one. Raider Nation, it's game time. From the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented by Cleaning and More Cullman. Here's your voice of the Raiders, Tony Thompson.
Since 1970, the Good Hope Raiders have built a tradition of Friday night football. More than 300 victories, 8 region championships, and generations of Raiders wearing red and white. Tonight, another chapter begins. Welcome in, guys, to Friday Night Live. This is the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network presented by Cleaning and More Cullman. We would like to talk about thank our sponsors here. Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Cleaning and More Cullman, 212 Insurance, Lister Hill Credit Union, the Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, Redstone Federal Credit Union, Guthrie's Auto Service, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Adam Aker of Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Fuller Optical, Cullman Savings Bank, Odin's Auto Glass, Chesley Oaks Golf Course, Vincent Furniture Warehouse, Mize Electric, Stansbury Kingsley Attorneys, Merchants Bank, Tying Knots and Stamping Papers, Unhitched RV Cullman, all-purpose junk and debris removal. Guys, we have a great matchup on our hand as this is the pregame sponsor. Pregame is powered by Big Boom Coffee, big flavor, big energy, Big Boom. Check them out, Highway 69 in Dodge City. This is the Good Hope Raiders versus Plainview Bears Week 1. Now, we have all been waiting for this time. In past history, the Raiders have dropped 4 games, only winning 1, and the only win we have was back in 1998. Most recently was last year as Plainview come to Good Hope and bounced us out of the third round with a score of 28-7. We look to change that this year. We're coming in this year losing a lot of key players, Good Hope is, and we're looking to find replacements for those guys and guys that we'll have or we'll remember from last year. And we'll have Parker Johnson will be leading us back out at quarterback, and Ross Clark will be the name to watch on defense. We are getting ready to get everything started here in Good Hope. Good Hope is coming off back-to-back 10-win seasons of 2024 and 2025, still with Alan Scott as the head coach. As we're still learning the team a little bit, we'll get ready to get going. But Plainview still being coached by Dale Pruitt, and everybody knows Jeremy Pruitt's still on the roster. We're still waiting on him to go to college. But this is the 70th season for the Plainview Bears, and this is only the 57th season for the Good Hope Raiders. As we're doing pregame activity here at James W. Shable Stadium, the girls are getting their rings. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Haul.
If your mission is to improve lives in your community, you have to have the right vision. You value people over profit. You work passionately. You exceed expectations. Proactively seek improvement. And make our community a better place. This is Lister Hill Credit Union. Today, tomorrow, for everyone. It's all about we. Join us today at listerhill.com/join.
Insurance shouldn't feel like a stranger reading you a policy number. That's why folks around Cullman County turn to 212 Insurance Group in Bayless. Their team shop the best carriers for your auto, home, business, or farm coverage because they live here too, and they treat you like a neighbor. You can reach 212 Insurance Group at 256-712-2779 or online anytime. 212 Insurance Group, the extra degree of service you deserve.
Powering the good life. That's what we've been doing at Cullman Electric Cooperative for the past 90 years. Today, we provide reliable, affordable electricity to almost 50,000 member accounts, while our Sprout Fiber Internet service delivers blazing fast Wi-Fi that keeps you connected at home, school, and work. We're proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
Redstone Federal Credit Union is giving new members $475 just for opening your first checking account. Everybody's got a side hustle these days, but this is way easier than photographing goldfish for social media or even selling custom chicken fashion accessories. You can keep the dream alive by hustling into your nearest Redstone branch or visiting redfcu.org/join 475 for details. Offer ends October 3rd. Membership required. Details on website. $25 minimum deposit required. Restrictions apply.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Since 1968, Vincent Furniture Warehouse on Highway 278 East has been Cullman's favorite destination for quality and value. From cozy living room sets to the perfect dining table for family dinners, Vincent Furniture Warehouse has been locally owned and operated for over 50 years. We're not just a store, we're your neighbors, and we're committed to bringing you the best furniture prices in the area. Why pay more at other stores when you can get the style you want and the price you deserve? Vincent Furniture Warehouse, Highway 278 East in Cullman. Quality furniture, local roots, and unbeatable savings since 1968.
Live 95.5, your hometown station.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network here, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. My name is Tony Thompson. I forgot to introduce myself in the intro. My name is Tony Thompson. Everybody knows me. You've seen my face 100,000 times in this past offseason on the Facebook page. But, guys, I just want to say that I am being joined tonight by a special guest. I'm glad he come to make it. He just couldn't keep the Raider blood out of his system. Mr. Tommy Warhurst, the former voice of the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network.
Thank you for letting me hang out with you tonight, Tony. The plans were to go to Boaz, and then all of a sudden my plans got changed, and I thought, where else to spend a Friday night than at James Shable Stadium watching a rematch of last year's quarterfinal round of the state playoffs and get to hang out with you, my dear friend. So thanks for letting me come hang out with you tonight.
Absolutely. Anytime. You know, you're always welcome here. Like I was telling my dad earlier, you laid a foundation, and now all I got to do is walk and continue that foundation. So you laid a foundation for this Good Hope Raiders broadcast, and I'm thankful that I'm able to continue it and from and what everybody says, I'm doing quite the job at it.
Well, and just like the intro said, there's no better person to be the voice of the Raiders than somebody who's walked the halls, who's worn the colors, and who knows and bleeds Raider red. So I'm proud for you, my friend. And again, thanks for letting me hang out with you tonight. We're going to have a good one. Tony told you early on, this is a rematch of the quarterfinal round of the playoffs last year that was played right here at James Schable Stadium. Plainview got the best of the Raiders there. In fact, the only time the Raiders have beaten Plainview was back on November the 6th of 1998. The Raiders won 21-19 in a playoff win. In fact, every meeting between Good Hope and Plainview has been a playoff game. Tonight's game is the first documented regular season meeting between these two schools. And you mentioned Coach Scott. He's in his 12th season here, Tony. He has his plan, his foundation, his attitude set here at Good Hope, and he's coming into this season with back-to-back 10-win seasons.
Yes, and it's special to have someone like Coach Scott, because he is like you said, he's laid a foundation that it just means so much to Good Hope to have him, and we're excited to have him here. Mr. Deemer over there, he's doing Weimar tonight. He had him as a teacher over at Weimar. We were glad to steal him away over there, and he didn't have the greatest seasons when he first got here to Good Hope, but here recently he's found a good match of athletes to carry him on pretty much since I want to say the 2020 season and on. He's found that happy medium with athletes and good players. And this year, we lost a lot of key players last year, just to name a few. Mason Drake, Carter Rutherford for one. We can't wait to watch him on Saturdays this year. Cody Stevens on the defensive side. It just means quite a lot to be able to watch these young guys come up and get their chance this year, and I'm excited. And I know that you don't really know much about this roster, but you'll get to learn them tonight, Tommy.
Yeah, it looks like the guys that I'm going to be watching for are the ones that you talked about a lot last year, that being quarterback Parker Johnson and also Webb Buchanan. I remember listening to you, those two guys tag teaming at times at quarterback, and then when we put the ball on the ground, it's going to be Carson Hollis.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough to be able to watch these guys plenty enough. And on the defensive side, you're going to watch Ross Clark come off the edge and wreak havoc tonight. But special enough, Parker Johnson and Webb Buchanan, they're pretty much taking split reps right now. And then when they're not playing quarterback, the other one's playing receiver. So we've pretty much got a little dynamic duo there. Aiden Young being our star guy this week. We'll have to see how he matches up with the 4-star corner on the other side, though.
And one of the names to listen for tonight from Plainview is sophomore Jansen Curry. He's been the quarterback as a freshman last season, an electric runner, but they had several players at Plainview that transferred in from Coosa Christian.
Yes.
Recruiting, don't know. Whatever happened, some stud athletes moved into Plainview. One of those studs is junior Oliver Long. Goes by Mac Long. He's listed as the starting quarterback tonight, but I do bet you, Tony, we're going to see 3 and 1 both on the field tonight.
And I can tell you right now, one name that you're going to hear me say a lot, that's number 5, Colin Johnson. He's a 4-star cornerback. He's got 38 D1 offers, and the kid can fly he flew for Coosa Christian last year into a state title game and won a state championship with them. And now he is now playing at Plainview under the Pruitt fam. And like I said, he's probably a 4.35, 4.4 40 guy. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll jump right back in here. We're 9.5 minutes away from kickoff here at James W. Schable Stadium. We'll be back here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network.
Think about the last time you thanked yourself for something. Maybe it was finally paying off that credit card or booking the trip to Belize you talked about for years. Every one of those moments started with a plan. That's where State Farm agent Tisha Brewer comes in, right here in Cullman, ready to help you look at things you're dreaming about and turn them into a real plan to get there. Because your money should work just as hard as you do. The earlier you start, the better off you'll be. So whether it's being free of debt or free to roam the world, State Farm agent Tisha Brewer in Cullman can start building something you'll thank yourself for later.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cleaning and More Cullman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. Cleaning and More Cullman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Cullman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Haul.
If your mission is to improve lives in your community, you have to have the right vision. You value people over profit. You work passionately. You exceed expectations. Proactively seek improvement. And make our community a better place. This is Lister Hill Credit Union. Today, tomorrow, for everyone. It's all about we. Join us today at listerhill.com/join.
Insurance shouldn't feel like a stranger reading you a policy number. That's why folks around Cullman County turn to T12 Insurance Group in Bayless. Their team shop the best carriers for your auto, home, business, or farm coverage because they live here too, and they treat you like a neighbor. You can reach 212 Insurance Group at 256-712-2779 or online anytime. 212 Insurance Group, the extra degree of service you deserve.
Powering the good life. That's what we've been doing at Cullman Electric Cooperative for the past 90 years. Today, we provide reliable, affordable electricity to almost 50,000 member accounts, while our Sprout Fiber Internet service delivers blazing fast Wi-Fi that keeps you connected at home, school, and work. We're proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
Welcome back to the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. We are now back for the prayer and the national anthem. We'll send it down to the field for that.
You know your hard work and what yours and no one else sees. I pray you protect every player, coach, coaches, band member, and everything you're doing. I pray you give them strength when they're tired, courage when things get hard, and faith to remember that you will always be with them. I pray you bless their families and cheer them on, and coaches and guide them, and until they too become family. I pray you let this season be filled with unforgettable memories, deeper friendships, and the moments that remind them of how truly blessed they were. I pray you let them play with strength, love, and faith that we extend to you. And lastly, I pray that you always keep your hand over them, protect them from all the harm that may come their way, and bring them home safely after every day. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
And the Raider Band with the nation's national anthem. Very good from the Good Hope Raider Band and Mr. McFall, the band director who has really turned the culture around here at Good Hope with the recent hire of him. You know, he's only in his second year, but we're thankful for him. He does a really good job, and we are glad to have him here. We're just 3 minutes and 40 seconds away here from kickoff here at James W. Shable Stadium, the time everybody's been waiting for. Friday Night Live is back and better than ever. We're excited. Looks like we got some captains coming out. It's going to be number 50. It's going to be number 53, Lucas White. Number 20. Number 70, we'll go 76, Drake Allen. Number 20, Braden Lingerfeld. That'll be a hard one to say during the game. And number 53, I got 53. Yep. Number 11, Creek Johnson. And for your Good Hope Raiders, number 7, Parker Johnson. Number 60, Isaiah Owens. Number 4, Aiden Young. And number 21, Carson Hollis will be leading us out. Tommy, we've got a matchup on our hands tonight.
Yes, we do. It is good to see the best-looking helmets in all of high school football. These white hats on the Good Hope Raiders with the feathers that go from the headdress in the front all the way across the back. Raiders dressed in their home red, white numerals outlined in gray, and white trousers. Plainview's in all white. The numbers are blue. The hats are blue with a bear paw on the side.
And, you know, Good Hope has, I'm sure everybody's seen it now. Good Hope's actually got brand new jerseys this year, and we're going to be debuting a jersey that I don't think Good Hope's ever wore. We got a gray jersey this year, and we are excited to wear it. I know there's hype to wear it, but I think they're only going to wear it twice this year, but we're going to be excited to see that. We'll have the whites when we go on the road. We'll wear our standard red and white here, and we'll wear the gray twice this year. I believe it's going to be homecoming and senior night. We're going to wear gray, and we'll see where that goes, but as we are getting the coin toss here at the 50-yard line as all of them meet. A lot of media here for this highly anticipated matchup between your Good Hope Raiders and the Plainview Bears in a rematch of the third round from last year.
Such a big matchup that we made it the game of the week this week on the Cullman County Sports Network here on Cullman's Live at 95 WRJM-LP Cullman. I'm Tommy Warhurst alongside the man himself, the voice of your Raiders, Tony Thompson, getting set to paint the picture for you tonight of Bears and Raiders right here from James Shable. Great night for football. Just a little warm, but other than that, a great night for football.
Well, Tommy, can we get a thank God for the sun starting to creep back behind those trees? I don't know, man. When we first got here, it was probably a crisp 93 degrees in this booth, and it was warm while we were setting up. We were both dripping sweat, but hey, the things we do to get y'all Raider football here, and we are excited to get it here. And we're still waiting on the coin toss. Looks like the referee's going to, tell them, hey, whatever. They are splitting them up now. Looks like Plainview's going to receive the kick. That is a Good Hope thing. Good Hope always likes to be on defense first. So we'll get to see that highly anticipated Raider.
Plainview, as Tony said, is going to receive, and they'll be coming out of the south end zone, running to the north. Our vantage point here at James Shable, if you've never been here, we're facing west. Nice big chief head there with his headdress right at the 50-yard line. A brand new field house being built here in the south end zone.
Let me tell you,
it's going to be really something.
Let me tell you, they've done a lot of work on that this summer, and it is beautiful. I cannot wait to see the final product. But that's where they're going to be running out of right now. They put some doors on it this week, and here comes your Good Hope Raiders, being led out by number 22, Hayden Collins. Tommy, where would you rather be on Friday night than James W. Shable Stadium?
I started to say, even after 37 years of not being on the field playing, you still get the goosebumps on your arms and the back of your neck when the fight song plays and you run through onto the field to kick a season off. We're glad you're here with us for the 2026 season opener here of Friday Night Live on the Cullman County Sports Network, powered by Cullman's Live 95. We'll be bringing you 3 games each and every week. You'll always have the Raiders on every week. They'll be on App Channel 2, which is the Boom
Boombox, our all 80s channel. If we're not here on the FM, also we've got the Fairview Aggies always on Channel 3, which is the alternative station, the alternative music from the 90s and 2000s. And if you want to hear a game of the week around the county, Dylan Deemert and Nick McCarley will be bringing a game of the week over on Channel 4. That is the Jukebox, the songs of the 50s and the 60s. But tonight, it's Raiders and Bears here in the game of the week here on Cullman's Live 95.
All right, Tommy. So number 98 is usually our kicker, but Webb Buchanan's kicking. So what do you think's coming here?
I would guess trick play right out of the gate.
I would say some kind of onside kick is coming here because Webb, I don't know if Webb actually has the kind of leg.
I can see him pushing it to about the 30 or 35-yard line.
But if he gets it far enough, number 5, Kylan Johnson, and number 1, Jamin Curry is back. And actually, Titus Montgomery's going to kick it way high in the air. It's past 10 yards. It bounces off a pair. The Raiders have it. What a way to start the season with an onside kick. And the Raiders will start with the ball even though we deferred.
And it's Caden Collins who comes up with the onside kick. As you mentioned, Webb Buchanan pooched it sky high. The front line of Plainview ran forward. Nobody dropped back and called a fair catch. That's all they had to do, but they didn't do it. And the ball bounced off of a Plainview Bear right into the hands of Caden Collins, and the Good Hope Raiders are in business inside Plainview territory at their 43 to start this one out.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard, our own 43-yard, or their 43-yard line, excuse me. Looks like it's going to be Johnson in the backfield. No, it's actually going to be Webb Buchanan at quarterback with Parker Johnson at running back. So we'll see what kind of play we've got drawn up here to start the game. We've got trips out wide of the field. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper on the way. Webb, no, he's going to throw it downfield. Parker Johnson makes a move. 20 makes another move. And he's going to be brought down right at the 16-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips and Nathan Morgan's first down for your Raiders trick play to open the game.
I don't know if Parker Johnson just slipped past his defender or if it was a busted coverage, but he was wide open. And now Webb Buchanan puts the ball on him, and now the Raiders are in the red zone here. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 16 of the Bears.
Johnson in the backfield, Hollis to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Hollis. Hollis cuts it up the middle. He's going to drive through defenders. He's going to get pushed up to around the 13-yard line for a gain of about... Well, no, they're actually going to mark him down right at the 14. Nope, push it up to the 13. There we go. We figured it out. 3-yard gain on the 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 here as the Raiders are in the red zone for the first time tonight. And looking to punch it into the end zone early in this 2026 campaign. Look to take our time here to get a play call in. Looks like we're going to go heavy set here. Riker Hancock is the running back. Johnson in the backfield with 2 guys lined up in front of him. It's going to be quarterback keeper on the way. He's just going to drive up through the middle. He's going to get up to around the 10-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd and short. So it's going to be 3rd and about 3 here. You know, in an electric play like that to open the game, and then you go back-to-back run plays, you know, you kind of expect to keep it on the ground here, Tommy.
Yes, for sure, especially the way they've been getting some drive up front. They've got a long 3rd down now. 3rd down and a long 3 for the Raiders. Ball just touching the outside of the 10-yard line as they're working toward the south end zone here in that new field house here at James Shaver.
We're going back to the same formation. Riker Hancock in the backfield, so it might be the same play. Johnson, he's actually going to bounce it outside. He's going to cut it upfield. He's going to cut back inside. He's actually going to lose a yard down to the 11-yard line. I'm not sure if we should have ran the same exact play that we just ran. But that's going to bring up 4th and about 5 now. We'll see what we do have a kicker, but we don't know if we're going to trot him out there this early. Actually, I do want to give praise to Chase Pruitt. He had a really good summer. He went down to camps, and he earned a 3-star. He's a 3-star kicker. So we'll see if they trot him out there. No, it looks like we're going to keep the offense out there for 4th and 5 at our own 11-yard line.
At the Bears 11.
There you go.
We're going in. No, you're good. Maybe we can get a hard count and try to draw them off sides. Let's see.
Well, Webb is going to be the quarterback. And it looks like we got a timeout here. I don't know what's actually being done here.
There's a penalty flag over on the far side of the field.
Oh, and it's on Plainview.
Offsides on Plainview.
That should be an automatic first.
It's going to be really, really close. Yep, the official just signaled first down. So,
wow. What a way to open the game here. Well, it looks like they're keeping, nope. It's going to be first and goal from the 6-yard line. Raiders are looking to get in the end zone early here. Wow, what a start here for the Good Hope Raiders. And it looks like we're going back to that same formation we were in. Here's a snap. It's going to be Johnson up the middle. Johnson trying to power his way up. He's going to get to around the 4-yard line, be stopped there. So it'll be second and goal from the 4. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. I guess, we got a helmet off on the field. Yep, we're trotting. Number 70. Grant Gibbs is going out on the field for the Raiders.
Yep, looks like Hank Johns is the one who had his helmet come off there for the Raiders, so he's got to come out. And as you mentioned, Gibbs gets in there for the Raiders. Here it is, Tony, second down and goal from the 4.
Yeah, they spotted it back at the 4. Johnson will be leading the offense back out here. We're going to have one receiver to our side. No, it looks like we're going to try 2 receivers to our side and 1 receiver wide, which would be Aiden Young. We actually had an extra player on the field. He's running off, and Coach Scott wants a timeout, and there it is. He's not happy, and he's going to take a timeout. Tommy, we got 2 plays. Well, 3 plays to get in the end zone here.
Yep, for sure.
Well, if you were, which, neither one of us are a coach, but
nope.
Hypothetically, if you was one, what you looking for here?
Well, I almost kind of like a short version of the long pass.
Yeah.
And what happened to the long pass is Webb Buchanan took it and tucked it like he was going to run for a second and then drop back, and Parker Johnson was wide open down the near sideline. So something like that, maybe over in the quarter.
Well, as we talked about earlier, number 5, Kylan Johnson for the Plainview Bears, a 4-star cornerback. Listen, I love Aiden Young to death. If you're a family member, I love him to death, but I don't know how many targets he's going to get tonight because that kid is special over there on the Plainview side with Kylan Johnson. We're going to see what the Raiders have, and, we're excited to be here at James W. Shable Stadium tonight on the campus of Good Hope High School. We are excited nonetheless, and we are glad that Raider football is back. And out of the timeout here, it looks like Johnson is going to be the quarterback with Hollis to his left. Looks like Aiden Young's going to be the lone receiver high with Cade Smith. Yes, I got that right. Cade Smith. And I believe that's Riker Hancock, the receivers down on the close end to us. We are in the shotgun. Johnson, here's a snap. Looks like he's going to keep it. It's going to be some kind of form of a read option. Johnson looks to bounce outside. He's going to cut up field, but he's going to be brought down right around the 3, and it's going to be third and goal from the 3-yard line. We got 2 plays to gain 3 yards here, Tommy.
Yep, just trying to get around the left side that time. He had the option. He had his running back, Carson Hollis, in an option formation, but Johnson decided to tuck it and run. He picks up a hard yard there. He's already carried the ball 4 times tonight for 7 yards, and they've been 7 tough yards.
Oh, yeah. You have to fight for every yard here, especially with the talent at the Plainview Bears. And Jansen Curry coming off the field for the Plainview Bears, holding his left or right leg. We'll have to keep an eye on that because that is one of the guys that we are supposed to be looking for the Plainview Bears. I don't know exactly what's being. It's okay. Yeah, they're saying, hey, it's third down, and I don't know if we had that when you were around. We got that electronic down sign over there.
Okay, that is nice.
They had it on second down, but it's actually third down. Looks like we're going to go to that one formation that we was running, the heavy set formation with Hollis and. Not sure on the number there. It's a 60 number, but Johnson and Hancock in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's over Johnson's head, and he's just going to get taken down right at the 8-yard line. Not good. Just a high snap. And Johnson luckily brought it in, but it looks like we're going to bring the kicking unit out.
Not much Parker Johnson can do with that other than fall on it and try to keep the Bears from getting on it. And
I actually couldn't tell you the last time I've actually said that we're bringing the kicking unit out, besides for an extra point.
Chase Pruitt coming on. He's the junior place kicker.
Webb Buchanan going to hold for him.
Be a 24-yard attempt for Pruitt.
Snap is good. Kick is up. And it's money. So the Raiders will take an early 3-0 lead here. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Plumbing.
Redstone Federal Credit Union is giving new members $475 just for opening your first checking account. Everybody's got a side hustle these days, but this is way easier than photographing goldfish for social media or even selling custom chicken fashion accessories. You can keep the dream alive by hustling into your nearest Redstone branch or visiting redfcu.org/join 475 for details. Offer ends October 3rd. Membership required. Details on website. $25 minimum deposit required. Restrictions apply.
Back at James Shable Stadium, 6:46 left to go in the first quarter. Raiders are on the board first after a 24-yard field goal there from Chase Pruitt.
After receiving the onside kick, we thought we had all the momentum, and we, first play went for almost 30 yards. We got into the red zone, and we couldn't punch it in even after the bailout that we got. So Chase Pruitt is going to kick off for the Raiders. He wants it on the left hash. There's the kick. It's a little pooch kick. It's going back. It's going to be fair caught by number 20. Oh, he fumbled it. And they actually called it dead. That is a fumble. So that shouldn't have never been called dead. But it was brought in by number 28, Israel Johnson, for the Plainview Bears.
The good thing about the pooch kick that we recovered early on for the onside kick is the Raiders got it and got on the board. The bad thing is now is every time number 11 comes in to kick off, other teams are going to be looking for that.
Yes. But 6:46 remaining here in the first quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead 3-0. And all indications, that is number 3, Oliver Long, in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to number 32 here. We're going to lower the boom, bring him down right at the 28-yard line for a gain of 3 for Plainview. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Number 32 is Ryland Guest. And the Raider faithful is being loud here.
And just as you mentioned for the Raiders, number 19, Ross Clark, in on that stop for the Raiders.
Here's the snap. They're looking to get it to their playmaker, Colin Johnson. He's got a lot of speed. And, oh, wow, he's going to run a man over. And he's going to step out of bounds, and he's going to get up and flex, and that's good for a Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage first down for the Plainview Bears up to the 45-yard line. Kylan Johnson lowers the boom on Webb Buchanan, but Webb Buchanan ends up bringing him out of bounds, and is going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line for Plainview. They're looking to go hurry up. Long in the backfield. Johnson in motion. They look to give it to him. They do get it to him. A lot of speed out of this kid. He's looking to try to use it. He breaks a couple tackles, and there he goes. Collins trying to chase him down, and Ross Clark brings him down from behind. And they have another Plainview Bear first down. Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage first down. They are in their own territory now.
And just like that, two touches from Kylan Johnson, and he has 52 yards receiving just like that.
He's very fast. We've known that. And it looks like we are going to get that mid-quarter heat break now. They do need it.
Timeout on the field. We'll take timeout with them. 5:44 left to go in this one. Raiders lead it 3-0 here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Since 1968, Vincent Furniture Warehouse on Highway 278 East has been Cullman's favorite destination for quality and value. From cozy living room sets to the perfect dining table for family dinners, Vincent Furniture Warehouse has been locally owned and operated for over 50 years. We're not just a store, we're your neighbors, and we're committed to bringing you the best furniture prices in the area. Why pay more at other stores when you can get the style you want and the price you deserve? Vincent Furniture Warehouse, Highway 278 East in Cullman. Quality furniture, local roots, and unbeatable savings since 1968.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network here, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. And Plainview's back on the field. Number 3, Oliver Long, and number 32 in the backfield, Ryland Guest. They got tripped wide. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to Guest. Guest looking to get up the middle, and he's got a lot of room, and he's in. Plainview touchdown, and he is crashing out in the back of the end zone as they are finally, it only took them 4 plays, but they are down in the end zone. And that's going to be 6-3 Plainview.
Nothing fancy, just straight, hard-nosed running right up the middle that time from Ryland Guess. He busted through the line, and he was in the backfield and in the end zone before we knew what was going on.
You like Rice here. He's going to be kicking it. This is a Mize Electric extra point. Snap is good. And the kick is up. And it's good. 7-3 Plainview. 5:37 remaining here in the first quarter. As the Bears jump on the Raiders early, they only took them 4 plays to go probably close to 70 yards and get in the end zone.
Yep. And they did it really on big plays. You had the 2 long pass plays there. One was a long pass, a 22-yard pass to Johnson down the far side, and then just a little shuffle pass in the backfield for 32 yards. And then you add on the 24-yard touchdown run that time there from Guess, and boom, now they're up 7-3.
We knew that they had that kind of talent, but we got to find the athletes to stop it, and it's going to be hard because not only are they huge on the O-line, they've got so much speed just between the 2 guys. And actually, one good thing to point out, Jansen Curry didn't come out on that drive. I think that's why they split Johnson out wide, Kylan Johnson out wide, because usually he is running the ball. But now that Jansen's not in the game, they had to rely on him. But Eli Rice back to kick off, and it looks like Buchanan in the no, that's not. Riker Hancock, Parker Johnson, and Carson Hollis are all back deep. This is probably, from what we saw from the field goal, this might not go that far. We never know, though. Here he comes. And, it went pretty far. Hollis looking to get it. He gets it right around the 20. He's looking to cut upfield. He's got a lot of room. There he goes. Carson Hollis, he's got one man to beat. He doesn't beat him, but he's down to the 29-yard line. Carson Hollis, huge play.
A 52-yard kickoff return there by Hollis. And for the second drive in a row, the Good Hope Raiders are starting in Plainview Bear territory. They'll start this drive, Tony, at the Plainview 27-yard line.
Wow, if only we could figure that out when we got our offense on the field to have plays like that. No, but kickoff team is actually working on both sides. We got the onside to start the game, and then the long. I bet they don't kick it to him again. But it looks like it's going to be Buchanan in the backfield and Hollis to his left. Buchanan going to roll out left. He's looking. He's got nowhere. He's just going to have to tuck it and run. He's going to look to make a move, and he does. He gets up to right around the 21-yard line. That's where they're going to bring him down. After a 7-yard carry, it's going to be 2nd and 3 from the Plainview 21.
He was really trying to look to get Parker Johnson over here on a hitch route. Johnson was covered well over here on the inside, so Buchanan smartly just tucked it under his arm, picked up 7 yards just like that.
Johnson is actually going to be the quarterback this time, and Webb is going to be split out wide with Cade Smith and Aiden Young. Hollis in the backfield to Johnson's left. Here's a snap. He's going to fake it to Hollis, and he's going to keep it. He's going to get up the field. He's good enough for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down up to the 17-yard line. And just like that, we're back in the red zone. Can we capitalize now that we're here?
Again, nothing fancy right from the get-go. Parker Johnson tucked it under his arm, ran behind that big left-hand side of his offensive line with Bryson Wilson over there. And looks like also on that side over there's Hank Johns.
Yes, Johns, only a 10th grader, but he's mean out there on the field. And I remember last year when he was a freshman and he flybacked a kid from Cherokee County, and everybody talked about that, him only being a freshman doing that. But we are in a pistol formation here. Hancock to Johnson's left, and he's actually going to give it to Collins here. Collins, a lot of speed and a lot of power, but he doesn't get to use it there, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of nothing, 2nd and 10. That was the first time we looked at a pistol look for the Raiders. It was Hancock to Johnson's left, Collins to his right, and Hollis behind him.
Yep, not much doing that time for Collins. You know, back years ago when my brother Daniel and I did those games, they used to call that formation the diamond. I don't know if they still call it diamond that or not.
They might, because, you know, the coaching staff's still the same, but I've always just known it as pistol.
Yep, I agree.
They are back in it, and Johnson's looking to throw it now. He's got Hancock on a wheel route, but overthrew him by a country mile, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the Plainview 17-yard line.
Hancock was open, streaking down the near sideline about the 10-yard line, but like you said, he threw the ball. It hit about the pylon at the goal line. Just a little too much strength behind that throw for Johnson to try to hit the wide open Hancock down the near sideline. I'd come back to that later on too, Tony, if I were the coaching staff, for sure.
Yes. And, you know, I talked to the coaches before the game, and they said, listen, we know they have the athletes, but their athletes can't play every down and have the longevity like we have. As long as we can keep it close at halftime and keep it reachable, they think that we can come out with a win here. But as of right now, it's going to be 7-3, 3:53 remaining, and Coach Scott's going to have to call a second timeout. He is irate mad.
That'll be 2 timeouts right here in the first quarter. One, because we had 12 men on the field not long ago, and now his second right here with just 3:53 left to go. The Bears lead the Raiders 7-3. I wonder if we'll get 4 timeouts this half.
You know,
that happened, seemed like last fall, but it happened for Plainview, didn't it?
Yes, it did. You know, it would be nice if we could get 4 timeouts, but, well, technically you get 5 with the 2 mid-quarter timeouts. So.
Yeah.
With the heat breaks, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's a scorcher out here. It is hot. I don't know if you're sweating over there, but I'm pouring sweat over here.
Yep. Good thing that sun continues to drop over there behind the pine trees back to the west. And once it gets down, it'll just be that good old thick August air.
Yes. But as the offense rolls back out on the field, it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the Plainview 17. We got to get 10 yards. We don't have to get in the end zone to get a first down, but we do got to get at least 10 here, or at least 5 to make it manageable. Whistle blown. And Johnson in the backfield, Hollis to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be option look. He's going to toss it out to Hollis. Hollis got a lot of room over there. He's looking to bulldoze through a man. He's going to get about 7 up to the 10-yard line. So that'll make a decision, and it looks like we're going kicking team. No, we're keeping the offense out on the field.
Yeah, just a good option run to the right side. Good pitch there. Good run from Hollis, picking up 7 yards. He's got 2 carries on the night for 10 yards. And as you mentioned, Tony, 4th down and 3 here. Offense is staying on the field.
They feel like they have to make a statement here and get a first down. You know, it's 3 yards. If anything 6 and back, you probably do kick the field goal. But it looks like Buchanan's going to be the quarterback with Hollis right behind you. And we actually jumped.
Yep. The Raiders moved. I think he was going for a hard snap count. And rather than get the Bears, it got the Raiders. And just like that, we see Chase Pruitt trotting onto the field.
Yep. Not quite where we were looking for, but at least we do got a kicker that can make field goals to get us into a situation where we're only down 1.
Be a 32-yarder from the right hash.
Yes.
For Chase Pruitt.
Let's see what he can do here. And it got super quiet in here. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And he actually missed it.
He had plenty of distance. He just missed it a little bit to the left that time. Good distance.
Well, it's going to be 7-3 here. Plainview still leads your Good Hope Raiders. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Hey, and I want to remind you, too, not only do we cover high school football for you here on Cullman's Live 95, but not actually tomorrow, going to be September the 5th when the Crimson Tide kick off the football season. We'll be carrying the Bama Tailgate Show for you again, 9 a.m. every Saturday morning right here on Cullman's Live 95, followed by the very popular Leonard's Losers. He doesn't care who's going to win the game. He's going to tell you who's going to lose the game. That starts when college football season starts September the 5th right here on Cullman's Live 95.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Plainview Bears from the Good Hope 20. Let's see what kind of offense they go with now. It's still going to be Long in the backfield with Guest to his right. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a pass out to Johnson. And Buchanan looks to try to get his legs out from under him. Johnson making moves. And look at there, D lineman somehow got out there and tackled him, but not after he gets up to the 50-yard line. Kylan Johnson making all kinds of noise for the Plainview Bears.
Another 30-yard pass and catch from Long to Johnson. That gives Johnson 82 yards receiving tonight on 3 catches.
And that's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for the Plainview Bears. And they are cooking once again. Long in the backfield, Guest to his left as they are already back on the ball.
Raiders have got to find a solution there for Johnson.
There's the snap. They're actually looking to pass the ball deep. And we've got him in the backfield, but he escapes. He's looking to get it down the field. He's going to get hit. And he's actually threw it out of bounds, but what a hit there. And it looked like that was Hank Johns that made the hit. It was Hank Johns. We blew that play up immediately.
Yeah, there were 2 Raiders chasing him back there in the backfield, trying to get a tomahawk on him to get him down, but he slipped away over to the left side. And like you said, he just threw that one into the bench to get rid of it. But good defense that time by the Raiders. It'll force a second down and 10 here for Plainview.
And for the first time tonight, Jansen Curry is actually on the field to play a little offense for the Bears. And he's actually going to be in the backfield, so we'll see what happens here. Long in the backfield, Curry to his right. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Curry. He's going to be met immediately. Ross Clark. A gain of 0. Going to bring up 3rd and 10. Raiders need to get off the field here.
Welcome to the ball game, Jansen Curry. Meet Ross Clark, defensive end for the Raiders. 3rd down and 10 now for Plainview.
They're back on the ball quick here. And Long and Curry right beside him. Has to be a passing down, but no, they're going to hand it off. Ross Clark beats him again. He's going to lose a yard. He's going to bring up 4th and 11.
What defense by the Raiders. Boy, are they keying on Jansen Curry or what? What a surge from the Raiders. You know, we talked about that earlier, and I told you in the pregame, I said, you know, the Raiders have always had a way ever since Jacksonville came here in 2018 and they shut down their big running back. They did it with Fluff from Mariana. They've always had a way to shut down a big player from another team. The problem is Plainview's got about 3 of those big players.
Yes, and we're letting one of them go free, but they went away from him because Jansen come in the game, and it was a bad idea because they give him 2 carries, and he's got -1 yards.
4th down and 11. Plainview's going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. This is Good Hope Raider football on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Since 1968, Vincent Furniture Warehouse on Highway 278 East has been Cullman's favorite destination for quality and value. From cozy living room sets to the perfect dining table for family dinners, Vincent Furniture Warehouse has been locally owned and operated for over 50 years. We're not just a store, we're your neighbors, and we're committed to bringing you the best furniture prices in the area. Why pay more at other stores when you can get the style you want and the price you deserve? Vincent Furniture Warehouse, Highway 278 East in Cullman. Quality furniture, local roots, and unbeatable savings since 1968.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network here, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. And Plainview looking to punt the ball here. Here's the snap. Punt is up, and it's a good, very good punt. No fair catch called for. We catch it, and we're going to be brought down. Aiden Young will be brought down at the Plainview 22-yard line, so we'll get set shop here. Let's see what we can do here, because this is the first time we've started in the Plainview area.
Yep, that's about just what I was about to say. First time we've started a drive in our own territory. The last 2 drives for the Raiders, we have started inside Plainview territory. This time we'll be starting at our own 23-yard line.
Minute and 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-3, Plainview leads your Good Hope Raiders. Looks like we're going to go Johnson in the backfield, Hollis to his right. He's actually going to split him out. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Hollis. Hollis looks to get up the middle, and he drives his way up to the middle to the 25-yard line. A hard fought 2 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Hollis averaging 4 yards a carry so far tonight. He's been the leading rusher for the Raiders. He's got 3 carries for 12. Parker Johnson's carried the ball 6 times. But boy, it's been tough. He's only got 5 yards. But
they're hounding in on Parker Johnson. Johnson actually was very excited to play this game because he had to miss last year with that disease he has, and we're hoping he doesn't it spike up during the middle of the year because we need him because he's going to have a big senior season. But he is back out on the field with Hollis right behind him. And we get him to jump. Good hard count from Johnson, and that'll be 5 yards on the penalty. And it'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Raiders.
That's twice we've got him offsides tonight so far in the first quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play. Oh, wait a second. They first signaled it was going to be the end. Now they're bringing them back out.
Yeah. We'll see.
Maybe not. Okay. Into the first quarter, Plainview leads Good Hope 7-3. Back in a moment on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Think about the last time you thanked yourself for something. Maybe it was finally paying off that credit card or booking the trip to Belize you talked about for years. Every one of those moments started with a plan. That's where State Farm agent Tisha Brewer comes in, right here in Cullman, ready to help you look at things you're dreaming about and turn them into a real plan to get there. Because your money should work just as hard as you do. The earlier you start, the better off you'll be. So whether it's being free of debt or free to roam the world, State Farm agent Tisha Brewer in Cullman can start building something you'll thank yourself for later.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When it comes to securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your 5th time, we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust, knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. NMLS number 338177.
We got a glitch. Abort the plan!
They were popular in the late 19th century.
When the lights go down, sound system to the
live. Your community radio station, 95.5.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. Start of the second quarter here is we had a lot of confusion in between quarters. They told them to get back on the field. They put time on the clock, then told them to get off the field, and then ran the clock. I don't know, a lot of confusion, but it is the end of the first quarter. Start of the second, 7-3. Your Raiders trail the Plainview Bears, but it is 2nd and 3 from our own 30-yard line. Looks like Johnson will be the quarterback. Hollis behind him. Cade Smith and Aiden Young close down. There's a handoff. No, it's a pass. And Johnson looks to flip it out to Collins. And there's a flag on the field. I believe this one's coming back.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a run play, and at the last minute, he flipped it out there to Collins. I think they're going to get us for a lineman downfield, but we'll wait and see for sure. But I'm afraid that's what they're going to call.
We'll see. They're huddling up here.
Great.
What a play call.
Yeah.
He definitely wasn't past the 30 if they're saying illegal forward pass. So I'm thinking it has to be a lineman down the field, but...
Just great anticipation and making something out of nothing there by Parker Johnson.
Illegal man downfield on the offense. Yeah, well, you can boo all you want, Raider fans, and that is the right call. It's going to be, wow. It's going to be 2nd and 8, a long 8, from the 25-yard line. So the gain of 20 gets brought back to a loss of 5. So we'll see what we can do here. It's going to be Johnson and Hollis in the backfield with Young, the receiver close to us, with trips out wide. Here's the snap. We actually look to pass it. It's going to be a screen pass to Hollis. He's got a couple blockers in front of him. There he goes. He's moving up to the 35-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips. And Maven Morgan first down for your Good Hope Raiders.
12-yard pitch and catch that time to Hollis. Gets that Josh Phillips, Maven Morgan's first down you mentioned.
Good play call there. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 from our own 35-yard line. To start the second quarter, we are trailing 7-3 to the Plainview Bears, but we're keeping it close. Keeping things interesting. We're going to go back to that diamond formation, as we'll call it. Johnson. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Hollis. Hollis got a lot of room. He's going to bounce outside. There he goes. 50. He breaks the tackle. 40, 30, 20, 10. He's chased down. He's going to run into a man. He's going to be brought down right at the 1-yard line. But what a run from Carson Hollis.
64 yards for Carson Hollis, and the Raiders have it 1st and goal from the 1. He just barreled his way through the line of scrimmage here. He broke through a couple of tackles, and when he got to the outside, he took what looked like a fullback bursting through the line and became a tailback, scampering down the near sideline. He's got the Raiders set up 1st and goal.
Wow, what a play. That's a good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. We always got to get him noticed. But we are going to be at about the 1.5. A long one, we'll call it. A long one. 10:52 remaining here in the second quarter. Your Raiders on the 1-yard line looking to punch it in the end zone. Heavy formation. Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. Quarterback run all the way. And no signal yet. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Parker Johnson on a 1-yard run after the Collins 64-yard run gets the Raiders in the lead now as we await the extra point from Chase Pruitt.
This is the extra point brought to you by Mize Electric. This extra point is brought to you by Mize Electric, locally owned, locally trusted, and proud to serve our community. Mize Electric, 205-260-5119. Here's the snap. It's up, and wow, what a kick. It's good. 10-7. Your Raiders take the lead over the number 2 team in 3A, the Plainview Bears.
Raiders lead it 10-7 after Chase Pruitt's extra point after Johnson's 1-yard run. And it was just a moment ago. It's so interesting how 4 minutes ago, Cindy Mize of Mize Electric says, hey, just turned on the app. How great is it to hear you back on a Good Hope? And boom, just like that, Cindy, we get a touchdown and we get a Mize Electric extra point. Thank you all for being a part of Good Hope Raider football this fall, folks. I tell you, if you need electricians, those folks are second to none. They're local. They're hometown folks. They'll treat you right, and you can trust them. I'd let them in my house when my wife and daughter were home by themselves. Don't have to worry about a thing. They're going to clean up after themselves and do fantastic work and take care of you. Thank you to my friends at Mize Electric for your support of Good Hope Raider football.
10-7, your Good Hope Raiders lead over like I said, the number 1 or 2. I don't know if they're quite 1, but they are definitely number 2 in 3A. The Plainview Bears, coached by, Dale Pruitt, Jeremy Pruitt, and I don't know if Russ Probst is out there, but he was, rumored to be. But if that's the case, then they've got a coaching staff.
Well, and you would expect that they were a semifinal team in Class 4A, where they dropped down to Class 3A. You expect them to be ranked up there near the top.
Well, luckily you say that because number 1 is the team that won 4A last year, Jackson. But it looks like we're going to go back to that look. But I think Chase is actually going to kick it. Nope, ball fell off the tee. Webb Buchanan going to put it back on the tee. No wind out here. I don't know how it fell off.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Nothing but straight heat.
We threw a feather out the window, it'd just float.
Yes.
It would stay right in front of us.
Here we go. Actually, Pruitt's going to kick it, and he's going to boom it. I don't know if that's a great idea, but oh, wow, he muffed it. He muffed it, but they called it dead. No, there's a flag on the field. I don't know what that's going to be.
There's a flag right at the 49-yard line. Weird spot for a flag because he's not at the line that either team lines up on the kick.
Oh,
unless he's going to call offsides against Plainview. That was going to be my guess based on where he threw it. .10:47 left to go in the first half. Raiders lead at 10-7 here over Plainview.
I know you got to poke your head out there. That's the first time you've seen that scoreboard out there. And I'm sure it was blinding you with that wide ad.
Yeah, I like the new scoreboard there and the video board on it. That and the new field house in the south end. A lot of great things happening here.
New elementary school being built over there. So we've got a lot of good stuff going on here at not only good for Good Hope football, but the school in general. You know, and as much as we're growing, it was much needed that we needed a new school, and we're glad to get that one. And the high school will be taking the old elementary. But looks like Webb is going to be the kicker here. They are hiding Titus Montgomery in the backfield, who is our backup kicker. 10:47 remaining here. 10-7 your Raiders lead. We're actually kicking it from the 45-yard line now. We're going to break it loose, and it is Titus, and he's going to pooch it real high. Let's see if they get to it. And they dive on it. I don't know if they got it.
It's a pooch kick. The Raiders are saying they've got it, but Plainview's saying they've got it. We'll see what the officials say.
Plainview. I seen a Plainview player dive in because, once again, leaders come up. You saw that? The front line come up.
The front line comes up.
It took forever for that second line to get to the pooch.
And really, if I'm Coach Pruitt at halftime, I'm telling my front line, hey, if they pooch it again, just throw your hands in the air. Anybody can call a fair catch.
Yeah.
You know, but instead, that's a live football. And now, Plainview's going to have great territory as they start their drive at their own 45-yard line. Good field position for the Bears.
Long in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off. And he's going to be met by a Raider and be brought down, but he is going to fall forward for about a half a yard. Up to the 49-yard line. We'll say a full yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 44. That was number 32, Rylan Guest on the carry. We'll see.
Good surge again by the Raider defensive front. The last drive for Plainview, the Raider defense really stepped up. Let's see if they can do it again this drive. 4-man front there for the Raiders.
Long. Here comes Johnson. They're going to pitch it to him again. Collins looking. Oh, wow. We actually stuffed it a little bit, but he's making moves. And he's going to fall forward to around the 50. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Can the Raiders get a stop and get off the field here? We had him wrapped up in the backfield, Tommy. We just couldn't bring him down. You know, he's like a slithery little sneaky snake out there. You know, my paper says 5'10", but I can promise you he's about 5'7". Yeah. I'm 5'10", and he was shorter than I was.
He's quick and he's slippery out there as a wide receiver. He's already got 4 catches tonight for 86 yards.
He's going to be the lone guy over here. Here's the snap. Oh, it's fumbled. He's going to have to pick it up. Webb almost brings him down. He's going to have to make some magic here, and he is going to. I don't know if he got to the first down. We'll have to see from the spot. They're saying he got stepped out at the 50.
Yep, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 50, well short of the first down marker, which is good for the Raiders.
Yeah, that'll bring up 4th and 5. But actually, before I say anything about the Raider defense for getting that stop, what a play from the quarterback. He picked it up with one hand, had nowhere to go with it, spun around, ran opposite field. But the Raiders do get the stop here. It's going to be 4th and 5. Let's see what the Plainview Bears do.
They had man-to-man coverage with Good Hope's Caleb Boyles over here on Johnson on the near side. That's where they were wanting to go, but the bad snap threw all that out of whack.
They're going to punt it. Snap is good. Punt is up. We almost got a hand on it. Aiden Young calling fair catch, and he's going to bring it in right at the 21-yard line. That's where the Raiders will set shop. 9:27 remaining here in the second quarter. 10-7. Your Raiders lead the Plainview Bears.
43-yard punt.
That's a good punt.
Beautiful spiral high in the air, because by the time the Raiders got it to catch it, there were 3 or 4 Bears right around him. So good hang time. You don't see a lot of 43-yard punts, old school style high spirals in high school football anymore. That was a great punt there from Plainview. The Raiders have it now, 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Raiders lead Plainview 10-7, 9:27 left to go here in the first half.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. We're going diamond formation again. Johnson, and he's going to have Hancock to his right. And actually, what a swap here. Johnson now to his left in a shotgun look. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Hollis. Hollis has some room, trying to make a couple men miss. He's going to drag his way forward up for a gain of 2, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Nothing fancy, just straight ahead running there for Hollis. He picks up 3. That gives him 15 yards tonight on 4 carries so far. He's 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders now as they put the football down right on the Raider 23-yard line.
2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 23, as Tommy said. Raiders look to make some more noise here. And for the first time in the game, number 6, Colin Phillips in for the Raiders. A good little speedy sophomore. But we are back in the shotgun formation. Johnson with the snap. He looks to hand it off to Hollis again. Hollis looking to go up the middle. He's going to run through a man. Jansen Curry meets him, though. But he is going to get a gain of about 4. And it'll bring up 3rd and 4. Or 3rd and 3. My bad.
Nothing fancy that time for Hollis. Just straight ahead, hard running. Like Tony said, picks up 4 yards. Now we got 3rd down.
And about 3.
And about 3.5. Yep.
Right at the 28, it looks like. We got to get to the 31. So, yeah, 3 yards. It looks like we're going to go half pistol. Nope. We brought back Collins. Here's the snap. Going to be a handoff to Hollis. Hollis gets up the middle. Breaking tackles again. And they finally do bring him down. Oh, and he landed awkwardly, but he is going to get up, and that's good for a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for the Raiders as they get up to the 37-yard line. Carson Hollis having a huge night, Tommy.
10-yard carry that time for Hollis when the Raiders needed it most on that 3rd down and long. He's got 6 carries tonight for 28 yards. He's the leading rusher so far tonight for the Raiders. I take that back. Collins has 1 carry for 64 yards. That's right. Hollis 6 carries, 28 yards. Collins 2 carries, 64 yards. Here's 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Johnson that's Buchanan in the backfield. Here's the snap. He rolls out left. He's looking to get it down the field, and it's going to be over the head of Parker Johnson, and it's going to be an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. And Tommy, you've done this for a long time, but I do want to say that long run was Carson Hollis. So
very good.
He's close to about 100 now in the first half. But hey, that's why we work as a team.
There you go, for sure.
7:17 remaining, 10-7 Raiders.
Buchanan's pass just right through the hands of Johnson that time. A little bit too hot. He couldn't hang on to it.
Well, it's hard for Johnson to bring in passes like that sometimes because he can't wear gloves because he is the quarterback. And we do split him wide sometimes. But we're going to go back diamond. Hollis behind Johnson with Hancock. And Hollis has it, and he's going to be met immediately for a gain of 2, though. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. And Hollis, a little slow to get up, but he does get up. Good to see that. I think he got hit below the belt. 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. 10-7. Your Raiders lead the Plainview Bears.
And as you mentioned, Carson Hollis approaching 100 yards rushing tonight already here with 6:47 left to go in the first half. He's got 94 yards rushing on 8 carries.
And it looks like Johnson's going to be in the backfield on this 3rd and 8. Buchanan and Cade Smith spread wide with Aiden Young close to us. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a pass. And we're looking to get it to Caden Collins, and it's going to be over his head. That'll bring out the punt unit.
Just a little bit too high that time for Johnson trying to get out there to Collins. He couldn't get his paw on it and haul it in, so that'll bring up fourth down now, like you mentioned, for the Raiders.
And I'm going to let y'all know now, just like in past years, our quarterback is going to back up and punt this ball. And I'm going to be honest, with the two guys that they put back, I actually don't want us to punt the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
And if it is, put it out of bounds somewhere, please. Because it is Jansen Curry and Kylan Johnson. But nope, we're going to give Jansen a chance. Nope, it's actually going to be a good punt, and it's going to bounce out of bounds right around the 32-yard line. So what a punt there from Parker Johnson, the quarterback.
Looks like Parker Johnson hit that one with a sandwich.
Yes.
It hit at the 30, spun backwards, and then headed right for the sideline and went out of bounds.
Wow. What a play there.
Yeah.
But while we got the chance, I do want to give an Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update. Tommy, you'll love to hear this one. The Cullman Bearcats lead 14-7 over the Boaz Pirates in the second quarter. Yes. Holly Pond leaves J.B. Pennington 8-0. Addison, well, we don't really cover Addison often here, but Addison and Winston County tied. Back to action here. Long in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw it out wide. We've snuck it out immediately, but Kylan Johnson going to do Kylan Johnson things. He's going to make a man miss, and he's going to get a gain of 11, and that's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down.
To actually spot him short, they say he went out of bounds after about 8 yards, Tony.
Wow.
I'm like you. I thought he picked up 11 yards. He dove, but apparently he slipped a foot out of bounds there. And it's only going to be about an 8-yard game as we get to the mid-quarter heat timeout. 6:18 left in the first half. 10-7 Raiders lead on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Founded in 1887, Cullman Savings Bank serves the people of Cullman with a full line of banking services. One of those services is their legacy checking account, available to those 50-plus, military, teachers, policemen, and firefighters. It features no monthly service charge, interest earned on any balance, free paper or e-statements, and 2 free boxes of checks per year, along with other features. You can stop by any one of 4 convenient locations and ask them about the legacy checking account, or visit www.cullmansavingsbank.com for more information. Cullman Savings Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The voice of the community. Live. 95.5.
Welcome back to the Good Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. If you're just now joining us, my name is Tony Thompson. Alongside with me, Tommy Warhurst, and your Raiders lead 10-7 over the Plainview Bears. 6:18 remaining. I'm going to try to get the rest of these scoreboard updates in. 22-8, Carbon Hill leads the Hansville Bulldogs. 26-0 Weimar over Falkville, and West Point and Fairview tied at 7 in their game. What a barn burner over there at West Point. But it's going to be 2nd and 2 here for Plainview. Here's the snap. It's going to be a hand to no. It's going to be a pass over to the right side, and he's going to be brought down. A nod after he gets to Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down up to the Plainview 47-yard line. William Jackson with a catch from the pass from Oliver Long. Looks like Guess is going to be in the backfield with Long, because we're trying to get Ross Clark off the field, and we do. But here's the snap. It's low. They are looking to pass, and he's looking downfield, and he's looking for Kylan Johnson. Gets it to him, and that's going to be a gain of about 14 yards. And I believe Plainview got away with a hold there, but only so much we can do as announcers here. Yeah. That's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down.
Half the folks in the stands and the entire Good Hope coaching staff saw that hold, which enabled the quarterback to get free and make the pass, but the official right there didn't call it. Nonetheless, first down for Plainview now as they move fast.
Here's a snap, and look who it is, Ross Clark. As he's going to bring down Guess, but he is going to fall forward for a singular yard. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9. But what a job Ross Clark's doing off the edge, Tommy.
Yeah, you mentioned it early on. You said be looking for 19 coming off the edge and wreaking havoc, and he's done so tonight. It's just like he's able to shuck the man who's blocking him and find the football. What a beast he's been so far tonight for the Raiders.
Jansen Curry has made his way back on the field. And if you remember last time, 2 carries, -1 yard. So we hope for that to continue. And we're We're going to get a timeout, Plainview timeout. 10-7, your score here, 4:57 remaining. And we'll take a short break. We'll be back here on the Get Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
Buying or selling, it's more than a sale. It's the story you're living. It's the next chapter's trail. Tommy and Angela, born and raised right here. North Alabama roots, running deep for years. Top producers, but that's not why we call. Patient and dedicated, they're here through it all. The Warhurst Team, Realtors, set us up for a real team. Local knowledge proven, that's who we'll always be. The Warhurst Team, we treat it personally, 'cause your home is your story. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. The Warhurst Team Realtors, standing by you. Local knowledge proven, experience that's true. Dedicated to you. The Warhurst Team. SR4 Realty.
Welcome back to the Good Up Raiders Sports Network here, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. 2nd and 9 here for Plainview. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. And he's looking to get upfield, and he does. He's going to get up to around the 28-yard line, and it's going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
And in the backfield was number 18, Major Ledbetter.
But he did not get the carry there. It was Oliver Long, or as you said, Mac Long in the pregame show.
Kanan Burgess was the man that ran him down from his linebacker spot. Boy, he had a beat on the football and ran him down and didn't let him get much. Here's a big 3rd down now for the Raider defense. 3rd and 4 for Plainview from the Raider 27.
Long in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hands it off to Curry. They're going to flip it to Johnson, and wow, what a play call. There he goes. He's gone. Touchdown, Plainview.
We had one defensive lineman that saw the reverse coming, but he lost his footing and couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, they got us there. When you've got the speed there of Kylan Johnson, he is tough to defend.
This is a Mize Electric extra point here for the Plainview Bears. This extra point is brought to you by Mize Electric, voted Coleman's best electrician from residential to commercial. Mize Electric has you covered. It's going to be number 67, Eli Rice. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it's going to hit the top of the new field house. And it's going to be a good extra point attempt. 14-10, Plainview takes the lead over the Raiders late. Well, not really late. We're still 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, but Good Hope looks to take the lead back on this drive, Tommy.
Yes, the Raiders have a chance here before the half to go in and put some points on the board. And the good thing is Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. So if we can get a drive here, go up 17-14 going into the half, I think Coach Scott would take that, be happy with what he's got, and then the Raiders get the ball to start the second half. So I like the position the Raiders are in.
We do got to get down the field here and at least get 3 on the board. At least get 3 on the board. Because then I keep forgetting that we didn't receive the ball to start the game. We actually kicked a pooch kick and got an onside. We recovered it, and now we will start the second half with the ball, but we do need to find the end zone or at least get a field goal here on this drive. And it looks like Eli Rice will set the ball up again for the Plainview Bears. Let's see if he kicks it to Carson Hollis again. Last time Hollis had it, it was about a 60-yard kickoff return. It's going to be Hollis, Johnson, and Hancock back here to receive the kick for the Raiders. Eli Rice takes that big step. Here's the kick, and look who he's kicking it to. Hollis is actually going to let it bounce. Oh, wow. That's not good. Johnson going to have to get it, and he's going to be brought up to around the 10-yard line. Wow, that just didn't play good at all, Tommy.
Carson Hollis let the ball bounce at the 20, thinking it was going to go out of bounds, and it rolled all the way down to the 3 before the Raiders picked it up and ran it back out to the 10. So not the best field position. He probably should have picked it up right there, but his first instinct was thinking it was going to go out of bounds, and then they'd get it up here at the 35. But instead, it's 1st and 10 Raiders from the 10. They got 90 yards to go here with 4:07 left in the first half. They trail Plainview 10-14.
And it's going to be Johnson in the backfield, Hollis to his left. We got trips wide, Aiden Young close to us. Looks like a full man-to-man defense here. Here's the snap. Hollis is going to get it. No, Johnson's going to keep it. Johnson's got to find a way up the field, and he doesn't. He's going to lose about 4 yards, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 14. That Plainview defense is starting to sniff out what we're cooking.
Yeah, been tough sledding for Parker Johnson on the ground tonight. That's his 8th carry for only 2 yards. He started out with 21 yards on 4 carries, and he's been backwards on several now. So, like you mentioned, the Plainview defense starting to key in on what the Raiders are trying to do here with the running game.
3:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Johnson in the backfield, Hollis to his right. And that's a blitzing linebacker coming. Here's the snap. Hollis is going to get it. Hollis looking to bounce outside, and he's going to pick up around 10, 11 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and manageable, so it'll be about 3rd and 5 here. We'll say a pickup of 9, actually. Yeah, pickup of 9.
And with that carry, Carson Hollis goes over 100 yards in our unofficial stats at 103 with 9 carries. Nothing fancy. Just send him around the left end, let him get what he can get, and set the Raiders up here with 3rd down and about 5.
We got to get a first down here because we need to bleed more clock. We can't give Plainview. I don't even know why the clock's not running. Nobody called a timeout. Here's the snap. Johnson looking to keep it. Johnson got it. Oh, he's trying to make a couple men miss, and he's going to drive his way up. It gets right around the 20-yard line. It's going to be to the 19. And he's going to be, oh, no, they gave him the spine. They're going to give him the first down. That's a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. First down for the Good Hope Raiders up to the 20-yard line. Parker Johnson using his legs and drove his way forward.
Yeah, he was hit about 2 yards shy of the first down, and he just had that leg drive. You can see what the strength and conditioning coach Parker McDonald has been putting into these guys, that leg drive and that strength. Getting those 2 extra yards got the Raiders a first down. Now they got it 1st and 10 from our own 20.
Diamond formation here. Here's the snap to Johnson. He looks to hand it off to Hollis. Hollis looking to try to get inside. He has nowhere really to go. He's going to fall forward for about 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. 2.5 minutes remaining. If you want to get in the end zone or at least in field goal range, you got to start throwing the ball at some point.
Yep, that was just straight running right up behind your tackles in there for a couple, 3 yards. I don't know if the Raiders are going to be content to go in down 4.
They might be. I think you at least got to try to at least take one shot.
Yeah. The last thing they want to do, though, is to turn it over and give Plainview in the end zone for more going in the half. I understand that. I think Coach Scott will be happy with a 4-point deficit at this point.
And you do get ball after half, so that's a good point to bring up.
I think his game plan is to keep the game close as he can and then turn it loose in the fourth quarter and win a close one.
14-10. Plainview leads the Raiders 1:50. And Johnson's actually going to keep this one, and he's going to be met pretty quickly, and he's not going to gain anything. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Yep. It's almost like the Plainview Bears know what's coming at them now. They have really snuffed out the last couple of plays and hadn't been much doing on the ground there for the Raiders. 13-7. West Point leads Fairview now. Wow, what a shocker going in West Point. We'll check the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard coming up. The Odin's Auto Glass and all-purpose junk and debris removal halftime show here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network. You'll also hear the Good Hope Raider Marching Band and a special guest joining Tony here at the half.
Here's the snap, and it's going to be Riker Hancock. He ended up picking it up, but he's not going to get really anywhere. And wow, 58 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, and Coach Pruitt wants to call a timeout. 14-10. He's looking to try to at least get something on the board before halftime and try to make this stretch this lead out even further.
Yep, Raiders are going to be facing 4th down at about 7. And so Coach Pruitt's going to take a timeout, maybe set up a punt return and also get some plays called on his offense. Because like you mentioned, with 58 seconds left, they're looking to try to put the ball into the end zone and extend their lead, just like the Raiders were looking to take the lead and then get the ball back in the second half. Didn't work out that way so far. But Coach Pruitt and the Plainview Bears want to try to get the ball in the end zone.
14-10, Plainview. 58 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
In the game of the week here on Cullman Community Radio's Cullman County Sports Network. We're live on Cullman's Live at 95 WRJM LP Cullman. I'm Tommy Warhurst alongside the voice of the Good Hope Raiders, Mr. Tony Thompson. 4th down and 7 now for the Raiders from their own 23-yard line.
And with those two athletes back there, they're liable to have pretty decent field position. Johnson in the backfield to punt it with Curry and Kylan Johnson at the 50, standing right around the 50-yard line, waiting to receive this kickoff, or this punt, excuse me. And yeah, we're going to call a timeout and actually think this over, because there's no way with 58 seconds left you let these two at least get their hands on this ball.
Yeah, I have to agree. You want to put it out of bounds somewhere. Plainview called a timeout to set up a return back there with Jansen and Johnson, or actually Jansen Curry and Johnson back there, and the Raiders want to make sure they've got their punt coverage down pat as well.
Fourth and about 8. Ball spotted at Good Hope's 23-yard line. 14-10, 58 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Parker Johnson in the backfield to punt this one to Kylan Johnson and Jansen Curry. Two guys that are SEC caliber players. And the punt is up. It's not a very good one, and it's going to go out of bounds right around the 30. Let's see where they spot this. The 34-yard line.
Only about a
15-yard punt. Really.
12 to 15-yard punt. Yep, looked like it slipped right off the side of his foot. And, boy, that really puts the Plainview Bears in good field position now. With just under a minute left to play in the first half, they'll have it at the Raider 34-yard line.
The Raiders' defense is going to have to step up here and get big and get strong and make a stop here, so we can go into halftime at least only down 4.
Look for a heavy dose here of Johnson, in my opinion.
Got some Good Hope Lady Raiders to the right, Tommy. Here's the snap, and they're looking to pass the ball. They don't do this very often. Quarterback's got a chance to run it, and he's going to. And he's going to get up to around the 26-yard line, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4.
That'll stop the clock. 44 seconds left to go here first half. Plainview nursing a 4-point lead over the Raiders, but trying to extend that before they go in here at the end of the first half.
2nd and 3. Ball spotted on the 27-yard line. Plainview looking to find the end zone. And it's going to be Long in the backfield with Guest to his left. Here's the snap. He fumbled snap, kick it around. He's just going to fall on it, and he's going to fall on it right around the 36-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th and about 11.
Yep, that does two things. One, it backs them up, and 2, it keeps the clock running now. Under 30 seconds left to go here first half. 3rd down and 11 for Plainview as they hustle back to the line.
Long in the backfield. Here's the snap. Another low snap. And he's going to be brought down. And that is number 0, Jonathan Pitts, making a good play here. And it's going to bring up 4th and very long. We'll see what Plainview does here with 10 seconds left. It looks like they're just going to be content to take this to halftime. Up 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It is halftime here at James Shable Stadium from here on. The Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. We're going to take a short break as we get to the halftime, and we've got a special guest coming up here, and we'll talk to him in just a minute here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Hey, Cullman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Cullman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. You know, buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Cullman, just like you. So So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Cullman on Eva Road, just north of Highway 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA-approved Napa Auto Service Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years and 36,000 miles. Because they are part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year from the Nashville Distribution Center and People's Choice Award. More information can be found online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net. Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Cullman County. They are a proud sponsor of Cullman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSA.
Cracked windshield? Don't wait. Call the pros at Odin's Auto Glass in Cullman. From chips to full replacements, Odin's gets you back on the road fast. With honest prices, top quality glass, and service you can trust. Locally owned, family run, and proud to serve Cullman and North Alabama for over 40 years. Odin's Auto Glass, where safety meets service. You can call 256-734-2800 or stop by their location on Highway 31 North in Cullman. Odin's Auto Glass, we'll see you through it. Proud sponsors of the Cullman County Sports Network.
I want your music. It's awesome. It's awesome. Oh, tainted love. When I was walking in Memphis.
Your community radio station. 95.5.
Welcome back to the Good Up Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. My name is Tony Thompson. Alongside with me here is Lady Raiders varsity head coach Justin Abbey. Coach Abbey, I'm glad to have you up here.
Hey, glad to be here. It's a beautiful Friday night, watching two really good football teams go at it. It's hard to beat this time of year.
Yeah, and I'm glad to have you up here, and it's exciting to be able to bring you up here after another historical season, winning another state championship, and talk about that and what that meant to not only Good Hope but to you too.
Yeah, so bottom line, we got some really, really talented basketball players, but more importantly, we got some good kids that do things the right way. They come to school every day, take care of work in the classroom, and all that to me basically translates on the court too. They're in the gym, they're getting up shots, just trying to perfect their game any way they possibly can.
Yeah, and I've seen that you bring a couple of players with you. You got Ella Gossett and Lucy Adams, and you got to meet that one.
Yeah, and we got Hannah Burks, Lucy, and we got Ella. So I believe they want to say a few things. I think we should ask a couple questions, so that'd be good for them.
Who wants to talk first?
I got it.
You got it? All right, Lucy. You've been on two state championship winning teams now and a runner-up. What did you learn from last year, from the year before where y'all lost the state championship game, to actually win it this past year?
Losing sucks.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Ella, I've seen that you recently got an offer from Gaston State.
Mm-hmm, and I committed.
You committed?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that mean to you and your family?
It's big. It's all I've ever wanted as a kid.
Yeah.
Just to play in college. And it doesn't mean I can just, stop working now. Now I really know I got to work extra. And I definitely want to win another state championship, so now I just got to work extra hard for that.
What did y'all learn from the seniors that y'all had last year that y'all can take into this year? Either one of y'all can answer that one. She said, I wasn't here for that.
Well, I definitely learned that time is everything, and seeing them very last game, they were upset. It was their last game, and it really made me realize, now I just have 1 year left, and last year I was thinking next year that's going to be me. So I was like, I got to make the most of it, and I got to just work hard and enjoy every moment.
Yeah. Well, I was glad to be able to be down there with y'all and broadcast that. And we are excited to do that again this year. And y'all know you only lost 2 seniors, Molly and Lexi, which, both of them were key parts to that offense. And so we look to replace that. But we clearly see we bring in somebody who might know a thing or two about how to play basketball. But yeah, Coach, it was glad to talk to you and the girls. I'm glad that we were able to get together and bring you up here.
Most definitely appreciate you guys having us. The Good Hope community, man, they're so blessed. I get to watch this football team. They put a wonderful team out there on the field, and that's several of these athletic teams that we got at Good Hope, man. The coaches, they put in a ton of time, and you can tell because the result of basically all the time and effort they put in pays off.
Yep. Well, Coach, once again, I thank you for coming up here and being with me. Once again, I'm glad to be able to do this with you each and every year, so we'll see what we can do this year.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Thank y'all.
It says, hey, guys.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be back here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Plainview.
Hey, Sheriff Matt Gentry here. Hey, on behalf of the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, and we look forward to seeing everybody at the ball field. We pray God's blessings on each and every one of y'all. Hey, when you're coming to and from the ball field, stay safe. Don't be distracted in driving. Make sure if you go somewhere afterwards, don't drink and drive, but have a great season and take care. God bless.
When life changes in an instant, experience matters. At Stansbury Kinsley, personal injury and disability attorneys, decades of experience have helped individuals and families navigate personal injury and disability claims with confidence. With local roots in Cullman and offices in Birmingham, Charlotte, and Washington, D.C., they combine hometown values with national reach. Stansbury Kinsley, local roots, national reach. 844-32-SK-LAW. That's 844-327-5529.
Need a notary who comes to you planning a wedding? Looking for trusted business services? You can call Tying Knots and Stamping Papers, LLC, Cullman's premier mobile notary, wedding efficient, and business services company. We come to your home, office, hospital, nursing facility, or your favorite coffee shop, even after hours and on weekends. Professional, reliable, and ready when you need us. You can text Beverly at 256-653-7099. That's Tying Knots and Stamping Papers. Your documents. Your schedule.
Cleaning and More Cullman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. Cleaning and More Cullman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Cullman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Haul.
If your mission is to improve lives in your community, you have to have the right vision. You value people over profit. You work passionately. You exceed expectations. Proactively seek improvement. And make our community a better place. This is Lister Hill Credit Union. Today, tomorrow, for everyone. It's all about we. Join us today at listerhill.com/join.
Insurance shouldn't feel like a stranger reading you a policy number. That's why folks around Cullman County turn to 212 Insurance Group in Baylor. Their team shop the best carriers for your auto, home, business, or farm coverage because they live here too, and they treat you like a neighbor. You can reach 212 Insurance Group at 256-712-2779 or online anytime. 212 Insurance Group, the extra degree of service you deserve.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, powered by Cleaning and More Cullman, and welcome in to the Odin's Auto Glass and All-Purpose Junk and Debris Removal halftime show here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network. Tony Thompson just received his state championship basketball ring from Coach Abby. We've got pictures of that we'll be putting up here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network momentarily. Tony was really touched to be able to get a state championship ring, and boy, that thing is pretty. At this time, like we always do, we're going to take you down to the field now for the sounds of the Good Hope Raider Marching Band. It is halftime. Plainview leads Good Hope 14-10.
The sounds of the Good Hope High School Raider Marching Band. We're at halftime, and Plainview leads Good Hope 14-10. This is the Odin's Auto Glass, an all-purpose junk and debris removal halftime show. Odin's Auto Glass, with over 30 years of experience, you can trust Odin's Auto Glass to repair or replace your auto glass with safety in mind. Odin's now offers ADAS recalibration, so you can count on them to keep you safe all the way home. Odin's Auto Glass, 256-734-2800, Highway 31 North in Cullman. Also, special thanks to All-Purpose Junk and Debris Removal. If you've got debris that you need removed, junk that's just hanging around the house and you want that stuff gone, All-Purpose Junk and Debris Removal is who you need to reach out to. They're a proud supporter of Good Hope Raider football. Now, let's take a look at the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Beginning in Holly Pond, the Broncos lead J.B. Pennington 14-0. Over in Boaz, the Bearcats lead Boaz 14-7. Not so good down in Hansville. Carbon Hill leads Hansville 45-20. Vinemont really putting it on Falkville tonight, 34-0. And outside of the county, in Winston and Walker County, Curry leads Meek 14-6. And over in West Point tonight, a shocker taking place there as the West Point Warriors lead the Fairview Aggies 13-7. It's a new day in Fairview, and they've got their hands full with the Aggies tonight. And where we are here, James W. Shable Stadium in Good Hope, Plainview leads Good Hope 14-10. This is the Odin's Auto Glass and All-Purpose Junk and Debris Removal halftime show. Back in a moment here, the Cullman County Sports Network and the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, as our game of the week continues here on Cullman's Live 95.
Powering the good life. That's what we've been doing at Cullman Electric Cooperative for the past 90 years. Today, we provide reliable, affordable electricity to almost 50,000 member accounts, while our Sprout Fiber Internet service delivers blazing fast Wi-Fi that keeps you connected at home, school, and work. We're proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Cullman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powering the good life.
Redstone Federal Credit Union is giving new members $475 just for opening your first checking account. Everybody's got a side hustle these days, but this is way easier than photographing goldfish for social media or even selling custom chicken fashion accessories. You can keep the dream alive by hustling into your nearest Redstone branch or visiting redfcu.org/join475 for details. Offer ends October 3rd. Membership required. Details on website. $25 minimum deposit required. Restrictions apply.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Since 1968, Vincent Furniture Warehouse on Highway 278 East has been Cullman's favorite destination for quality and value. From cozy living room sets to the perfect dining table for family dinners, Vincent Furniture Warehouse has been locally owned and operated for over 50 years. We're not just a store, we're your neighbors, and we're committed to bringing you the best furniture prices in the area. Why pay more at other stores when you can get the style you want and the price you deserve? Vincent Furniture Warehouse, Highway 278 East in Cullman. Quality furniture, local roots, and unbeatable savings since 1968.
Think about the last time you thanked yourself for something. Maybe it was finally paying off that credit card or booking the trip to Belize you talked about for years. Every one of those moments started with a plan. That's where State Farm agent Tisha Brewer comes in, right here in Cullman, ready to help you look at things you're dreaming about and turn them into a real plan to get there. Because your money should work just as hard as you do. The earlier you start, the better off you'll be. So whether it's being free of debt or free to roam the world, State Farm agent Tisha Brewer in Cullman can start building something you'll thank yourself for later.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Funny thing about life. The world keeps telling us to stay connected. One more email, one more text, one more notification. But every now and then, you find a place that reminds you the best connections aren't made through a screen. They're made around a campfire, under a sky full of stars, with the people who matter most. At Unhitched Cullman, RV sites for short stays or long ones, comfortable glamping tents, rustic tiny homes, and every stay comes with a simple promise. Safe, clean, friendly. Unhitched Cullman. UnhitchedRV.com or 256-734-5853. Sometimes the best way to reconnect is to disconnect.
100,000 milliwatts of community radio. Live.
95.5.
Welcome back in to the Odin's Auto Glass, an all-purpose junk and debris removal halftime show. Tommy Warhurst alongside Tony Thompson. And Tony, talk a little after you got off the air, talking to Coach Abby and Lucy Adams and hang on, Ella Gossett and Hannah Bergs to transfer in from Hartselle. You had a very special moment here in the booth as well.
Yes, and I'm gonna be honest, I almost cried because it's just so surreal to actually mean something to not only the community but to coaches and staff and faculty and the principal. Well, after we got done and said we went to commercial, he hands me a ring. So I got a ring for them winning state last year, and it means so much to me. And I'm just glad to be able to be a part of this community and go to school here and then them build what they've built in the girls program, and they look to continue that this year. So once again, I'm just thankful. And then first of all, I just want to thank God for giving me this opportunity and giving me this voice to use. And like I said, it's just so surreal. Like I'm just sitting here looking at it, holding it, and just shaking because it means more, especially when you graduate here.
For the 5 years that I was blessed to be the voice of the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network doing football and basketball games, I remember you for 3 of those years being a student.
Yes.
In the cheering section there and being the winner several times of our Zaxby Zip the Net contest, guessing how many threes they were going to hang. And then for you to be in this spot now after being there and then to be presented with a state championship ring tonight, dude, that's really cool. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, well, thank you because, like I said, this was something that I've always wanted to do ever since high school. I've always wanted to get into broadcasting. Well, it never really worked out because me and you tried to get together and do it. It never really worked out when I was in school. But luckily, I found myself here, and you stepped away from Good Hope, and Dylan Deemer stepped in for a couple years here, and he drops out, and we thought about just taking a year off of Good Hope, and I said, no, please just give me a chance, just give me one chance, and apparently I'm doing pretty solid because y'all keep bringing me here, and I love to do it, and it means a lot to me. So, like I said, it just means more when you graduate here.
Yep, I agree, and that's like I said in the game intro. I talk about there's no better person to tell this story than someone who's been here and lived it like yourself. So proud of you, happy for you. Back with the third quarter. Raiders are going to get the football here to start the second half when we come back here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Cleaning and More Cullman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. Cleaning and More Cullman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Cullman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Haul.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. 12 minutes up on the clock here. Third quarter action. Good Hope will start with the football here. Almost said basketball. I'm getting ready for basketball already, and I'm quite a ways away from it.
Got that big old ring on your finger. It's affecting your brain now.
Yeah. But we are back here for football. And we are going to receive the second half kickoff here. Eli Rice here. He's going to pooch kick it a little bit. No, it's actually going to go deep enough where Riker Hancock's actually just going to have to fall on it. No, that's Carson Hollis who had to fall on it. And we're going to be first down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Tommy, second half here. Let's see if we can get the offense rolling.
Raiders had good success on their first few possessions. We had success running the football for sure, but they had a little bit of success when they tried to throw the ball. So watching the second half, I'd like to see them try to mix in some more of that passing game to keep Plainview on their heels, because toward the end of the first half there, the Bears were really kind of keying on what the Raiders were trying to do in the running game, and we can't have them knowing exactly what we're going to do.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 23-yard line. We're going to go shotgun formation. Johnson in the backfield, Hollis to his left. Here's a snap. We're going to hand it off to Hollis. Hollis finding a way up the middle. He's going to drive his way. He's going to bulldoze through another Plainview player up for a 3-yard carry, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Good offensive push that time by the offensive line. They made the push forward. Hollis just lowered his head in there and put his shoulders into some Bears and inched his way up there for about 3 yards. Good 3-yard carry that time for Hollis.
Clock is running here in the second quarter. 14-10. Plainview leads your Good Hope Raiders. But we do have the ball, and we're going to try to get into the end zone to take the lead back here. And just like Coach Scott told me before the game, he said, as long as we can keep it close at halftime, we think we have a chance of winning this game. Well, he done that, so let's see what he can do here in the second half. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the handoff to Hollis. Johnson going to keep it. He's going to meet a couple Bears up the middle, but not after he gets to the 30-yard line, where it's going to bring up 3rd and a long 4, maybe even 5, but I'm going to go with 3rd and 4.
He burst right through the line of scrimmage like nobody was there, and then all of a sudden Nathaniel Reynolds at 6'4" met him after a couple of yards, and there was nothing else doing that time for Parker Johnson up the middle. Brings up 3rd down, and like you said, a long 4 now for the Raiders here from their own 19-yard line. Need to get a first down right here.
Johnson in the backfield. It's going to be Hollis to his right, and Aiden Young, a far receiver with trips down wide. It looks like it's going to be Cade Smith, Webb Buchanan, and Riker Hancock in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Nope, no snap, and it's going to be a false start. That's going to back the Raiders up 5 yards, and it's going to make this an even longer 3rd down. And, well, that, you just can't shoot yourself in the foot with this kind of situation.
No, and the bad thing is it came from a wide receiver out on the edge, and I know he's anticipating a snap count, but at the same time, when you're out there split, you have a hard time hearing. Your best option there is just to watch a football, and as soon as the football moves, you go. But like you said, now that backs them up 5 yards, makes it a long 3rd down and 9. Now for the Raiders back from their own 24.
Yeah, pretty much right where we started, because that's a long 9. So pretty much right back where we started, right at the 24-yard line. Here's the snap. Johnson looking to throw it. He's going to have to scramble out wide. He looks to juke inside. He's going to try to make a couple men miss. Oh, there he goes. He's going to get it up to the 43-yard line. Good play by Parker Johnson, and that's good for Josh Phillips. So maybe Morgan's first down for your Good Hope Raiders.
Nowhere to go, and Parker Johnson just finds somewhere to go. Dodging, weaving, and spinning his way up to the 42-yard line. That's what the Raiders needed right here on 3rd down and 9.
And it's going to bring up 1st and 10. Ball spotted right at the 42-yard line for the Raiders. Looks like we're going to go heavy package formation. Johnson in the backfield, Hancock to his left, and it looks like Hollis and another backer up to block. Here's the snap, and it's going to be Johnson right up the middle. Johnson looking to make a couple men miss, but he's going to be met by number 8. That's going to be Roman Harrell at 6'2". Plainview's got size all over the place, Tommy.
Yeah. Roman Harrell looked like he was shot out of a cannon coming through there from his linebacker spot and really put the wood on the Raiders. Yeah, we did pick up a couple of yards, but man, what a lick that time from Howard.
All right, so back to what we were talking about. It looks like they're going to go back to that formation we were talking about earlier. Tommy, you said it used to be called diamond, and I call it pistol. But when they come out, they made a diamond out of their hands. So we're going to call it diamond from now on. So it's going to be 2nd and 8, and that's exactly what they're in, diamond. And we got Aiden Young to our close end and Cade Smith to the far end receivers. Here's the snap, and there's going to be a pre-snap penalty. And we'll have to see what it is. It's going to be delay a game on the offense. So that's going to back us up 5 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 12 now.
That's not going to make Coach Scott happy either, getting a delay a game penalty after having a big run and having it 2nd down and long and really needing to try to make something out of that. That's not going to make him happy.
2nd and 12, ball spotted at the 39-yard line. Just got to make it 3rd and manageable here. Looks like it's going to be Hollis and Collins in the backfield with Johnson at quarterback. Riker, Hancock, and Aiden Young down low. Here's the snap. Johnson rolling, looking to throw it, and he threw it way over the head of Aiden Young, and that's going to bring up a long 3rd and 12.
That one went up into the stands. He really had that one just a little bit too high, just too much anticipation and too much strength on that one.
8 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 14-10, Plainview leads your Good Hope Raiders in a spot where we're looking to maybe upset the number 2 team in 3A, because they're definitely the favorites coming in. There definitely was the favorites coming into this game, and everybody picked Plainview to beat us. So we're looking to shock the state pretty much. And, you know, we bring that up pretty often, shock the state, because look what the girls have done the last couple of years in basketball. But here we go. 3rd and 12. It looks like about 3rd and 13 now. But here's the snap. We're actually going to throw the ball. Johnson has nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down right around where we snapped the ball, and for no gain. So that's going to bring up 4th and 13, and we're going to have to punt it here.
Yep, not much to it that time. He wanted to throw the ball, but there was a lot of pressure there from that defensive front of Plainview. Like you mentioned, they are big. They've got a big defensive front, and they were in the backfield before Parker Johnson could really get the pass off. So he just had to scramble and wasn't able to get anything. So now he'll drop back into punt formation as the Raiders are looking at 4th and 13 now.
7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Not exactly what we wanted here in our first possession of the second half here, but so we'll have to see what we can do. There, oh my goodness, what a punt there.
Wow. The ball, Parker Johnson went to punt the football, and it completely missed his foot and rolled dead right at the line of scrimmage. So many punters nowadays, Tony, I see them hold the football up high and drop it from real high and try to kick it. I didn't see if exactly that's what Parker did or not.
No, so Parker's quarterback, he likes to go low with it.
Yeah, usually you go low.
He pretty much tries to kick it out of his hand, pretty much.
Yeah.
But now we give Plainview perfect territory. As the Raider Nation is actually getting loud here. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 41-yard line. They're in.
Time for that Raider defense to really step up here and make a big stop.
And this is exactly what we didn't want to see, and that's Colin Johnson in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to get it around the right edge, and he is going to fall forward, make a couple men miss, and fall forward for about a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up from the 35-yard line.
Just a simple handoff around right in, and just like that, he slips out there for 6 yards. He's down on the field now with a cramp. They're trying to stretch out his left leg and get that cramp out. He's been a workhorse tonight.
Yes.
For Plainview, for sure.
Well, it also don't help that it's 978 degrees out here.
127% humidity.
Yes. That is no joke. It is so hot out here, and it's just bound to happen to see someone cramp up.
Yeah.
And you know, a cramp isn't something that, you know, they pop it out and it just goes away. That thing lingers too. And you take one wrong step and it pops right back up, and it hurts 10 times worse the second time.
I used to run 3 miles a day, 4 days a week. 12 years ago, my calf cramped up 2.5 miles in, and I made myself finish, so I've taken 14 years off because of that. That very reason.
6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here, and it's going to be Long in the backfield. Guest to his left. He's going to give it to Guest. Guest going up the middle, breaking a couple tackles, and the Raiders will bring him down, but not after he gets a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down up to the 24-yard line. They're officially in the red zone.
Yeah, nothing fancy, just straight ahead running from Guest. He's a big, powerful-looking running back. They've got him listed at 5'7", but I bet he's 5'7", probably about 195 pounds. He's a good-looking little short running back.
Long in the backfield, Guest to his left again. Here's a snap. He's going to give it to him again. And he's going to be mad. He actually got popped. I got to see who laid the wood on him, and that's going to be number 65, Eli Drake, who's listed as a linebacker. Wears 65 on, or defensive line, excuse me. Listed as a defensive lineman, but plays linebacker on the field wearing 65. Yep. How often do you see that?
Not often, but I like seeing it right there, the way he was able to fill the play out from his linebacker spot. He gets a little bit better vision and was able to run in there and stuff that one out. Now it's 2nd down and long for Plainview.
The Raider faithful has gotten loud in the second half. 5:50 remaining, 14-10, Plainview leads. Long directing the offense. Looks like Curry in the backfield with him. Going to bring a man in motion. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Curry. Curry going to finally find some room. And he is going to be brought down around the 15-yard line. And that's going to be close to a first down. We haven't seen it yet. It Looks like we're going to get a mid-quarter timeout. We're going to take one with them here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cleaning.
If your mission is to improve lives in your community, you have to have the right vision. You value people over profit. You work passionately. You exceed expectations. Proactively seek improvement. And make our community a better place. This is Lister Hill Credit Union. Today, tomorrow, for everyone. It's all about we. Join us today at listerhill.com/join.
Insurance shouldn't feel like a stranger reading you a policy number. That's why folks around Cullman County turn to T12 Insurance Group in Village. Their team shop the best carriers for your auto, home, business, or farm coverage because they live here too, and they treat you like a neighbor. You can reach 212 Insurance Group at 256-712-2779 or online anytime. 212 Insurance Group, the extra degree of service you deserve.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. We come back from the heat timeout. 5:32 remaining, 14-10, Plainview leads. And it looks like they're going to go heavy package, and it's going to be Curry at quarterback. 3rd and 1. Raiders look to get it. Oh, he fumbled it. He's going to pick it up. And, of course, he breaks a tackle, and he's going to get up to the 9-yard line. And that's going to be good for Josh Phillips, the Maven Mortgage first down for the Plainview Bears. Had him dead to rights, Tommy.
Making something out of nothing. Man, that is Jansen Curry.
They're going to bring Long back into the game to play some quarterback. And it looks like Guess is going to be the running back here. Parker Johnson out on the defensive side of the ball now. We need some speed out there. But this is going to be a run play most likely. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Going to be met by Riker Hancock and Eli Drake. And he's going to get a gain of maybe just one. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line.
Time for that Raider defense to stiff it up here and keep them out of the end zone. It'd be nice to hold them to 3 if they get anything at all and only make that lead 7. We got 4 minutes, 39 seconds left to go here, 3rd quarter. Plainview holding on to a 14-10 lead over the Raiders. They've got it 2nd down and goal from the Raider 9.
Long with Guess to his right. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Guess again, and he's going to be... Somehow he got tackled by a Raider who was facing their end zone. He actually ran into the back of Jonathan Pitts, who was turned around, completely done a 360 facing the Plainview end zone. But he makes the tackle. Another gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Let's see what Plainview draws up and the Pruitt family over there.
All right, Raiders. If you're at home listening, get on your feet. Everybody here in the stands is getting on their feet now to cheer on the defense. 3rd down and goal. Time for a big Raider defensive stand, because I'm sure this is 4-down territory for Plainview.
Yes, 3:45 remaining here. 14-10. Bears over Raiders. And it's going to be Curry in the backfield alongside Guess. Here's a snap. He's going to fake it, and he's going to run it up the middle. He's going to be stopped. He's going to be brought down right around the 5. Actually, no. Plainview got a timeout off before the play even started.
Oh, wow. Timeout Plainview. Back in a moment here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network. Presented by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Buying or selling, it's more than a sale. It's the story you're living. It's the next chapter's trail.
Born and raised right here.
North Alabama roots.
Running deep for years.
Top producers.
But that's not why we call.
Patient and dedicated.
They're here through it all.
The Warhurst Team Realtors.
Set us up for a real team.
Local knowledge proven.
That's who we'll always be.
The Warhurst Team.
We treat it personally.
'Cause your home is your story.
Follow him on Facebook and Instagram too.
The Warhurst Team Realtors.
Standing by you.
Local knowledge proven, experience that's true.
Dedicated to you.
The Warhurst Team.
SR4 Realty.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. Long in the backfield. Here's a snap. He's going to fake it. Looking to throw it. He's got a man in the corner of the end zone. Aiden Young. Wow, what a defensive play by Aiden Young.
Aiden Young took that football right out of the hands of Israel Johnson. Israel Johnson was wide open in the corner, and Aiden Young went in there like a good defensive back does and swatted that ball out of his hands. Incomplete. Raider Nation. Now you've got them. 4th and goal from the 12. Actually from the 7. Sorry.
They're going to send the field goal unit out. That's why you thought it was from the 12.
Okay, yeah.
They got a field goal unit out there long. Got to be careful for a fake here. But Eli Rice is back. And it would be nice to get a block on this or a hand on this. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And it looks like it's good.
Yep.
And it is. Score update, 17-10. Raiders keep it within one score here after big plays from the Plainview Bears. 3:25 remaining here in the third quarter, 17-10.
After taking that possession at the Good Hope 35-yard line, after the muff punt from Parker Johnson, I think Coach Scott will call that a win.
Yes.
Keeping them out of the end zone, only giving up 3. And like you said, with 3:25 left to go, it's a one-score game. Raiders need to score, though, on their next possession and tie this thing up as we start to go into the 4th, because that's when they can really start to gain some momentum here in their home crowd.
Yes, and if you noticed, we did not hear the crowd get that loud that we did in the first half, as they did just then. But it's going to be 3:25 remaining, and Plainview is coming out to kick here. And it looks like we're going to have the standard 3 back there with Riker. No, Aiden Young is back there. Aiden Young, Parker Johnson, and Carson. No, Riker Hancock is back there. I don't know where Carson Hollis is, but I'm sure he'll be out there ready to run the football when we do get the ball. So it is Parker Johnson, Riker Hancock, and Aiden Young back. On the second line of defense, we've got Kanan Burgess, Webb Buchanan, and I cannot see the number of the guy in the middle. I think it's Mason Wright, though, 33. Eli Rice back to kick it here for the Bears. Rice, there's the boot, and Aiden Young's going to have a chance to return this. He's got it. Here he goes. He's trying to make a couple of moves, and he's going to get up to some solid field position here, up to the 32-yard line. That's where we'll set a shop here on our second possession of the second half.
He was looking to try to get it to the wedge in the center, but Plainview had kind of broken up the wedge, so he kind of squirted over here to the right side. Good return, though, up to the 32-yard line. Raiders really need to use the clock, drive this one down, and get into the end zone on this drive.
3:19 remaining, 17-10. Plainview leads your Good Hope Raiders. And we're going to go back to the diamond formation. Johnson with Hancock and Plainview's actually going to call a timeout. And we're going to take a short one with them. We'll be back here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman.
Think about the last time you thanked yourself for something. Maybe it was finally paying off that credit card or booking the trip to Belize you talked about for years. Every one of those moments started with a plan. That's where State Farm agent Tisha Brewer comes in, right here in Cullman, ready to help you look at things you're dreaming about and turn them into a real plan to get there. Because your money should work just as hard as you do. The earlier you start, the better off you'll be. So whether it's being free of debt or free to roam the world, State Farm agent Tisha Brewer in Cullman can start building something you'll thank yourself for later.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Cullman. As we come back to action, Carson Hollis has the ball, and he's going to carry it up for another 2-yard gain, and maybe even 3. So we'll call it long 7 here. So it's going to be second and a long 7 here.
Quick check of the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Third quarter, Cullman leads Boaz 14-7. Carbon Hill over Hansville 45-20. Vinemont putting it on Fonkville 42-0. And West Point still leading Fairview 13-7. Those off, and Holly Pond real quick. Holly Pond 14-0 over JB Pennington in the third. Those a check of the scores on the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard.
And Coach Scott is not happy. We're going to have to burn a timeout here. That's an early timeout. We didn't really want to call that one. But we'll take a short one again, and we'll be back here. 2:33 remaining, 17-10 Plainview over your Raiders.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Since 1968, Vincent Furniture Warehouse on Highway 278 East has been Cullman's favorite destination for quality and value. From cozy living room sets to the perfect dining table for family dinners, Vincent Furniture Warehouse has been locally owned and operated for over 50 years. We're not just a store, we're your neighbors, and we're committed to bringing you the best furniture prices in the area. Why pay more?
Good Hope bunches up right behind where the ball is teed up. And you've got Chase Pruitt